8 hours of anger management. I mean, you fucking drive with a .08 and you gotta do 3 months of treatment. And you shoot a gun in the park and you get 8 hours of anger management.
Alright, let's go. Well, good morning, week 32.
Wow.
Good fucking morning.
Week after Easter.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, first real beautiful morning in a while.
Yeah, it was nice on Wednesday this week.
Mm-hmm.
We went golfing. That was good. That we went golfing. I sucked bad.
You guys made me look good.
You did look good, man. You did great.
That video that you posted with the slow motion of John fucking
Hitting the tree.
Yeah, that was dope.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's bring that up again.
Hey, just so you know, if I don't want anybody really seeing it, I post it on my personal YouTube.
Mm.
I don't post it on the comedy.
Because everybody goes to that page.
Yeah. Yeah, man, I got a lot of followers on that page.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, Wednesday, and then it's supposed to be nice all week.
It's supposed to be nice all week.
It's not supposed to reach 70, though. It's supposed
Yeah.
to be 60-something all week.
So I was out around 7 o'clock this morning, out and about doing grocery shopping and stuff. It was like still a little bit nipply.
Yeah.
Yeah, I looked at my phone when I woke up this morning and it said 36 degrees. I was like, gross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our heater came on this morning. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I was thinking about riding my bike to school tomorrow. And I'm like, 7 o'clock in the morning is going to be awfully fucking cold.
Well, when it's nice like this and there's no clouds to keep the heat in at night. So it gets super cold on nice days.
It's like a blanket.
It's like a blanket, yeah. Cloud blanket. We need them. We're destroying them. We're destroying something. I don't know.
Well, there's billions and billions of molecules that hold the fabric together. All right, so what's going on in the world?
Uncle Bagtouch, fucking Joe Biden, officially announced his.
Running, yeah, that was surprising. I thought he'd give up, honestly.
Yeah, I think that, and he's the front runner. So I think
Already?
that pretty much ensures that
Jesus
Trump will get reelected.
Absolutely.
It's just another Hillary thing.
You gotta grab some pussy. You perved on tons of women.
Well, everybody's like, I mean, I don't know how they even get to the front runners. You know, it's like all these conservative Democrats that are just like, yeah, let's go with Joe. I mean, how does he even get to the front?
Money. Popularity.
Well, I think that he covers the conservative base for economics, so they know he's not going to do a Bernie Sanders
Yeah.
and fuck everything up
Yeah.
for the rich Democrats. Which I don't know.
I feel like he is just riding the Obama wave.
Vice president does give you some leeway.
It does, but like, you know, he has a connection, you know, from Obama's charisma and shit, you know. And everybody's like, oh, he was the guy that was with Obama. But real talk, I didn't know shit about fucking Joe Biden until after the fucking Obama fucking presidency, you know. And
True.
now, you know,
Yep.
he was Obama's vice president. That's
Well, we also didn't have the internet as available as we did today. I mean,
yeah, we did. That was like
well, not
9-10 years ago.
Yeah, well, that was pre-Facebook 9-10 years ago.
no.
That was
Yeah,
right.
MySpace was still going.
Yeah, Facebook was like 12 years now.
Was it?
Yeah.
Well, anyways,
No,
it's,
15. Going on 15.
things have progressed a lot. For example, a lot of people don't remember George Bush Sr.'s vice president.
Dan
Remember
Quayle,
him?
right?
Dan Quayle. The only way we knew him is because he spelled potato wrong.
Yeah.
But other than that, what else the fuck did he do?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it's more like the first lady's doing more than the vice president.
I agree.
War on drugs, war on literacy. What's the current one? Fitness bullshit.
Actually, fucking.
No, she's cyberbullying. It's
Yeah.
Ivana Trump.
Yeah.
Cyberbullying.
Yeah.
It's her big cause.
They were talking about, you know, vice presidents, like, just thinking, like, the only vice president I really, like, have ingrained in my brain is fucking Al Gore. And most of that is due to South Park.
Yeah.
Because it's super serial.
And
Well,
Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
The other vice president that was prominent was George Bush's one. Dan.
Oh, Cheney.
Cheney. Dick
Yeah, shooting
Oh.
people in the face and shit. And,
Cheney. Yeah, he shot a guy with a shotgun.
Actually, Dick Cheney probably did a vice presidency the way that our country leads people to do a vice presidency, where you get in and you just focus on what your prerogative is and how to make money off of it. He had that Halliburton shit in the war in the East. I mean, he was making fucking so much money off of him and Bush devising up these war plans.
Yeah.
And then he just fucking shot a couple people and dipped. Had like 6 heart surgeries.
Just shot a couple people and dipped.
I think it was just one guy.
Yeah, just one dude.
It was,
this one, and the guy apologized to him.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for getting my face in the way.
Sorry
Just
for
shotgun.
the way.
gun.
I know you didn't mean to shoot your gun, but I shouldn't have been in the way.
I just think it's crazy you can get shot in the face with a shotgun and live to talk about it.
Yeah.
If you're 10 feet away, you can live.
10 feet?
Yeah, the pellets didn't have time to spread.
That's right, from here to the fucking refrigerator.
It's not like he got hit with all the pellets.
He's right though. Fucking some stupid shit we used to do whenever we were kids. We'd have shotgun wars, and we'd get bird shot, and we'd go out to my buddy's fucking big ass ranch, and we'd fucking stand like, I don't know, 50 yards away from each other, and we'd just fucking shoot bird shot at each other. And by the time it hits you, it just burns a little
Jesus
bit.
God.
That's why you don't give kids guns.
That's why we're just testing the range on the shotgun. I mean, it's no
Oh,
big
good
deal.
Lord.
It's the 80s. What do you expect?
We did BB gun wars, but Jesus, not shotgun. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you get shot by a pellet gun, you're done. You don't want to get shot anymore.
Go ahead.
No, I just thinking the other big news is the fucking movie everybody's talking about.
Oh, Avengers?
Fuck about, but yeah.
Yeah, but you
Go
watched
for it.
Infinity War to get
I
ready.
didn't really.
Oh.
I didn't
You
really.
just laughed at the
I was
raccoon.
there.
Yeah.
He was laughing at some funny parts that were.
Yeah, it was funny.
Yeah.
I saw a headline, I guess apparently yesterday. Some kid, 19-year-old kid, went to a synagogue and I guess he shot 10 rounds and he fucking killed one woman and injured fucking 3.
Yeah, I saw that in the news.
Yeah.
Didn't really read it. It just seems to be going on. Oh, and he was inspired by the Sri Lanka.
Yeah, because it's 6 months to the date.
Not
That-
Sri Lanka.
The previous shooting 6 months ago.
Sri Lanka was the one with the Muslim.
Yeah, but I think there was one in Sri Lanka 6 months ago, wasn't there?
No, it was New Zealand. New Zealand was 6 months ago.
No, New Zealand was only a couple months ago.
Yeah, New Zealand was the most recent one.
All right, I don't
California. But, you know, I honestly did not think that Trump being whatever kind of racist you want to call it, having that much of an impact on people that follow him. I honestly believe that a lot of the violence that's going on is directly linked to Trump's fucking rhetoric and fucking on Twitter and shit. And how obvious it is that he doesn't have fair treatment for those of culture or color. And when he says shit like, oh, I'll just punch him in the face or whatever, then that leads other people to believe that they can be even more violent. Like that guy, that crazy looking guy down in Florida or Cuba or whatever. Fucking, he's a Trump supporter, and he did that right after Trump was condoning violence. So it's crazy how much of an influence our president can have on our country. And he doesn't even fucking realize it, I don't think.
Well, I'm gonna play devil's advocate a little bit because I agree with you. Like the words he says and the way he carries himself, kind of incites some shit, but he doesn't directly say go out and do this. So the way that people process it, can you necessarily say that it's his fault? Like Catcher in the Rye, when that shit was written, and the fucking motherfucker would murder Lenin, and they blamed the fucking book, but the book didn't say go out and fucking kill Lenin, you know what I'm saying?
If you already have someone who's anti-Muslim and they're trying to deal with it on a daily basis and not kill somebody, then you have Trump come in who says very anti-Muslim or xenophobic, wherever you want to call him. He wants to build borders, he wants to build walls, he wants to keep everybody out of our country that's not white. To me, that gives that person who's been struggling with it for so long enough validation in his cause to go out and act on it.
I understand what you're saying.
So you don't have to say it directly, but you kind of just go by what you support.
Well, I think it's different than a book when you have an elected official who's supposed to be representing you, like speaking about some stuff versus some creative art. You know, I mean, you can even have an album that says "Go kill everybody," but that's still just art.
Yeah.
You know, versus the president saying, "Take that guy out back. I'll pay for your legal fees." You know, he literally said that. So, in some ways, I do think that he's definitely not helping. You know, there's good sides on both, good people on both sides. It's like, these guys are saying white, you will not replace us, you Jews. Oh, they're good people on that side. Nah, I don't think so.
I agree with y'all. I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Oh, well, all right.
But it is hard to directly tie certain shit into that. But I mean, just the news, the influence the news has over the people is just in our country is just crazy. They lose their shit, and then the next day they have to recant because a different angle came out.
Well, what he said, what he meant when he said.
Yeah. And it's just like, man.
I saw, do you know Nas Daily, N-A-S Daily? He does these videos all across the world. He was in Israel or something, and so you could see our divisiveness here, but there it's like so vivid. And this guy's coming down and said, "Hey, what are you filming?" And he's like, "Oh, about this and that and the other thing." He said, "Oh, you look like you're from France." He's like, "No, I'm Palestinian." He's like, No, you're a nice guy. Arabs are bad. He's like, "No, I'm really Palestinian." He's like, "No, you're French. You're French."
No, you're not that. You're not that.
And then later, just these people are living literally meters away from each other, and they have such hatred for the Jews or the Arabs. It's just mind-boggling to me. I mean, I may disrespect, disrespect. I have disrespect for conservative haters, but I don't live right next to a Nazi,
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So many people are just born into hate. And the more people born into hate, the more people that are born, you're going to have more hate.
You made me think about something that I experienced just growing up. A term I learned over the past couple years is racist dog whistles. And I just remember being in Willis, in Texas, whatever, and people were like, "Man, you're black, but you're not like black. And I'm like, at the time I kind of was like, oh, I get what you're saying, but as I fucking grew older, that was high school years, and as I grew older, I'm just kind of like, huh. So what are you saying? I don't like most of them, but this one right here, I like where he's at,
Yeah. Well, there's the whole culture of black people that people don't like.
Well, there's a stereotype.
That's called racism.
Yeah, it's stereotypical racism.
Well, what I'm saying is that a white person can live that same culture, and that person's not going to like that white person because of how they dress, the music they listen to, the beliefs that they have. That's all I'm saying.
I got you. That's racism.
Yeah, stereotypical. So yeah, if let's say a country boy's got his fucking cowboy hat on and his boots and stuff, and you look at him, you think, oh, fucking redneck motherfucker, right? But then you start talking to him, and he's like, "Oh, my favorite band's Pink."
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck is this all about? Oh, you're not country.
You ain't country.
But there are stereotypical things that often are attributed to that type of behavior. So if the guy's wearing the cowboy hat and this and that, and you start talking to him, he's like, "Yeah, fucking build that wall, motherfuckers." Then he fits into that stereotypical mold that you would expect. So the same thing is what I think Joe's saying, is that there's a lot of black people that have tendencies to behave in certain ways, or they have a generalization about certain things that you don't necessarily have to like. But if you group all people into that, for example, I don't like the droopy pants and I don't like the fucking loud music. If you do that, that doesn't mean I don't like you, or I don't like you. But that doesn't mean I don't like all black people because you're doing that stereotypical kind of black stuff. Just like the cowboy. If I talk to him and he's like, "Oh yeah, man, help your brother out, man. That's the way it is." Then you get to know the individual versus your racism or your generalization or stereotypical thought on a certain class of people.
Right, and I think we're kind of similarly saying the same thing. When somebody tells me that I'm black, but I'm not black.
Right.
You're like, you're you're black, but you're not the black that I don't like.
Right.
You know, like
Right.
I like that black.
And that's where it all comes down to tribalism and racism and identity politics. You know, they're trying to get these kind of people to vote. They're trying to get this group of people to vote. And the Russians are trying to meddle into to get these people to hate these people and these people to hate these people. It's just... But I think the first thing is to recognize it.
Yeah.
And then you can figure out, okay, who's trying to play this game? Who's manipulating it? Then that's a lot more difficult because the media certainly is. A major player. You saw what happened to that kid wearing the MAGA hat and fucking right in the face of the Native American guy, and the story was totally fabricated. If they would have done 20 minutes more of research, they would have seen a bigger picture and not smear this kid's face all over the place.
Yeah, and it's crazy because they get these clips in and they're like, no, just take that section right there.
Right.
Don't show that other shit.
So you
just
talk
take this
about
section. Take what we want out of it.
Talk about the president causing hate crimes. I mean,
Yeah,
the
the
media
media
fucking
is
set
number
that
one.
kid up. They were
Number
threatening his
one.
life and shit.
And that's what I don't understand about the far left is that they can't come to grips with the fact that they are just as bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
I
and
agree.
it's like some of the violent and bullying tactics that they've used and seen and grouped up on people
Yeah.
is just insane.
I agree.
And they don't even consider it.
Right.
Like,
And that's the bigger picture, I think, is
Oh
to
my
understand
goodness.
that they're playing us. If you buy into it, you're being played.
and hate. And then they start beating people up.
That's why we don't have an audience on our podcast. We don't identify with any specific group. Oh yeah, we just called it the Nook because we're sitting in the Nook. We don't have really much of a thought on it. Okay, big news in Seattle today. A crane fell
Fucking
down and
crane,
killed 4
man.
people.
Oh shit! No way.
Yeah, and it killed 2 people that were working in it.
Was it over there by the ferry?
No.
I don't know.
It was.
It's Google. It was where they're building Google.
Huh.
But,
Building that they're working.
Yeah, it fucking straight up crushed like 4 different buildings. It was a huge crane. Like, so there was a huge crane, and then there was a smaller one, but it was heavier. And then when that one fell, that one fell. So the 2 people that were operating it died, and then there was a car that got smashed. There was like 4 cars that got smashed by this thing.
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah.
And only 2 people died.
That's kind of remarkable. Only 2 people that fucking died.
For sure. Because I was like looking at the cars, I was like, damn. It went right through the fucking passenger, right through the driver. And the buildings were all, like, one of them that fell through the building, like, fell through like 3 stories of condo. Like, you could see people's living room opened up.
Jesus.
It was insane.
I'm surprised I didn't see it this morning.
But, yeah, it's just one of those, for the 2 people that run the street, wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah, man. That's a final
The
destination shit.
epitome of it, very much.
There'd be more pictures of it.
Yeah, right.
But,
Jeez, I couldn't imagine like fucking. Oh, let's go get some Starbucks. Smash. You know.
Oh, shit. Or just being right next to it. Because there was a
Yeah.
lot of people that were all around it that luckily made it out safe. This guy that was on the street 6 hours ago was flipping out. He's like, I was just there. It could have been me. Like, yeah, that was during lunch.
It wasn't you.
He kept saying that.
You know,
Could have been me. It could have been me. Like, dude, it wasn't.
it wasn't. And there's other people that it did happen to.
Yeah.
I was in New York a week before 9/11. That could have been me.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yes, it could have.
I thought it was interesting in the news this week. It's probably already buried that the Navy was going to start documenting UFOs better, and it's like a news story. Like it came out, CNN, Fox, everybody's reporting it, and now it's gone, of course. But it's just it's like, what have you been doing with all this information? If you had, let's start storing this stuff. It's like, dude, what have you been doing the last 50 years? So, you know they have been. And so for them to announce it is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like, as stupid as I still say people are, especially with technology nowadays, people are getting a little bit smarter, and there's more out there to fucking learn. And so I kind of feel like they're like, let's come clean a little bit because like they're starting to figure it out, you know.
Yeah. Once they get hacked and it's going to be released in WikiLeaks or some shit like that, it's like the Navy's been sitting on Area 51 with a colony of aliens that are living secretly in caves.
from Mars. They were living inside Mars.
Or that we didn't go to the moon, or all sorts of shit could come out after the computers get hacked.
Yeah. I just hope that there's alien contact in my life, honestly. I just really, really, really hope that.
I think it's already happened, Joe.
Well, I mean, like, evident, like, being like, hey guys, what's up, bro?
I'm all set. I do not want to meet them motherfuckers at all.
I do, man.
We can't get along as a fucking species.
Dude, I don't even like
So
jellyfish.
that could be what unites our countries. The world. It could unite our globe if they came down and was like, what the you guys are doing this wrong. We need to do it. We had a plan just like this. This is how we did it. You guys need to do this. And then we'll be like, cool.
Well, I think that may be why they're slowly releasing this stuff, because it's going to take generations for people to accept that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
well, I
can't
also
just abandon
think
your faith all of a
Give
sudden.
them a little bit.
a good start to that
little
is
bit.
something that I think holds a lot more weight than alien life and contact is what we were talking about with Joe Rogan's podcast, with experimenting with mind-altering drugs to the level now where we're starting to get the feeling of what another dimension or what the afterlife holds for us, and being able to like experiment with that a little bit and then come back. So DMT, ayahuasca, whatever you want to call it, it activates a part of your brain that is similar to that of having a near-death or dying experience. So essentially these people feel like they're going into like this beautiful, geometric, just fucking balanced, everything makes sense, even though it's like really a lot, it makes sense. It feels like home, apparently. It feels right. And then they come back to human life and they're like, oh shit, that's right. This is what I am right here in this dimension. So I think that it's not surprising that these people that have these experiences come back and have a completely changed sense of their existence and their place in this world. And that they do see us as one more than trying to divide and come up with differences between one another.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. That there is a connection that needs to be tapped. I always see it in fish or in birds. You know, how they fly together. I mean, they're moving at the same group, like a group. You know, one on way far away is
They're not
the same as
relying
the
on the physical sight.
of their individuality.
Yeah.
It's a collective.
Like they just sense it on another level.
Yeah.
And we have that. It's always been known, and there's no way we can deny it. But we're so
Well,
distracted by the everyday world
I
and the
don't know about
sensories.
that. I don't think we have it like they have it. You know.
I think we do. We just don't access it because we're so.
Oh, well, that's what I'm saying. We probably have the potential, but we don't do it.
But I will say that's the thing is that this realm or this another level of plane of existence, I think, is part of the reason why religion started and some of the religious beliefs that came about. So I feel like if we were to redefine some of that and experiment in this, we could potentially have more of a collective view, because religion is what divides a lot of the people in this world.
It also unifies a lot of people as well.
That's true, but only in segregations or groups and not as a whole. And the reason why is because they say in the Bible, they even on the Joe Rogan, they were reading scripture of the Bible that said that there was a burning bush and that, you know, people got certain levels of God or sense or enlightenment, and they were talking about DMT, ayahuasca bushes and shit. The bark that you need from those bushes combined with the fire, and also explain some of the ancient civilization and some of the things that they were able to do that were far ahead of their time. Because humans have been experimenting with mind-altering substances for hundreds of thousands of years.
Yeah.
And some of it has done good, but then when you wipe out that old civilization that made all these advancements through mind-altering drugs, then you have to start from scratch again, and that's where we're at now. More driven by our thoughts and beliefs rather than who we are as a species on an individual level and a group level.
Well, it seems as if there's not a whole bunch of consensus or group collaboration on getting the impeachment going.
Jeez. Some people are like, impeachment, impeachment, and other people are like, nah.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people that want him impeached, obviously, but then it's like, well, it's really bad for our country. But I feel like if we impeach his ass, then it's going to kind of justify some of this shit, his relations, Trump's relations in other countries.
I think the impeachment process would be good, because then we would have, instead of the secretive Mueller report or Mueller investigation, we'd see it in the open.
Yeah.
They would ask us right, Congress would be asking these questions right in front of everybody, so we wouldn't have to rely on documents that are redacted and.
It would also be good to know that someone can get impeached.
But Clinton got impeached.
Yeah, but he was on his way out anyway.
Nixon got impeached.
Yeah, but that was the last real impeachment, in my opinion. Clinton went on his way
depends
out.
on what impeachment means,
I mean, in today's society, you know what I mean? Because for a long time, it seemed like as president, you could pretty much get away with whatever you wanted. And we need to change that. Yeah, for sure. Obama got he was a great president. He was charismatic and he did a lot of good shit. But you know what? He also did a lot of fucked up shit that no one talked about.
But he didn't do anything impeachable. He did more worse shit that people like to give him credit for. Don't like to give him credit for because they're trying to paint him as a pussy, Republicans. But he didn't do anything impeachable.
Yeah, that's probably true.
As far as like him as a person, that dude was squeaky fucking clean.
Innocent civilians getting bombed by drones is just an accident. It's not impeachable.
I didn't say it was an accident. I said he did a lot of war shit, but he didn't do anything impeachable. What did he do that was impeachable?
Let's see. He defied the Constitution by letting the national security spy into people's devices and phones.
When did he do that?
He approved it. He signed off on that shit like 2 years into his presidency.
Yeah, but that was all legal.
It was a violation of the Constitution.
How?
Because he was violating people's private information without their fucking knowledge. And that was tied into the 9/11 fucking thing where they started spying on their own people.
Yeah.
And not only that, but he was also droning Americans who had the right for courts, and he just fucking killed them.
What Americans?
Americans who turn terrorists.
Yeah, there's one in particular in Afghanistan that they killed, and I think he was in.
It was somewhere
in Pakistan.
Yeah.
Which we weren't even at war with, and he's a civilian, and he was a suspected terrorist, and he drone striked him.
He was a terrorist, though.
In Pakistan. Suspected. The American citizens should have
their rights.
They should have a day in court.
Fuck him.
And that's why he didn't get impeached, because most of the country felt the same way. Well, what are you doing over there, bro? Why are you hanging out with these known terrorists?
I think they blew up that fucking ISIS bride bitch. I'd be like, yeah, fuck her.
Your rights? Yeah, you lost those.
Damn straight. America.
All right, local news. What do we got? Guy shot a dog.
At least he didn't, kick the dog, shot a dog, lost his dog. He's going to write a country song next.
I can't think of anything local, actually.
We had
last week I talked about the fucking dude getting zapped with a ghillie suit, but
yeah.
I think it's been a slow week for local. Nothing like too crazy.
Yeah.
I know the fucking military appreciation fucking shit is coming up.
Mm-hmm. We had that comedy show at Hi-Fi Friday night with Roger Lazola.
Yeah, that dude's funny as fuck.
Yeah, that was great. He was hilarious. I felt like when he was doing his Trump jokes, people were like, is he for Trump or is he not? Like, he's Mexican, I'm confused. Like, what's going on here? And I think it was because he kept calling him King Trump. And everybody was like, why do you keep calling him King Trump? And it's like, well, it's obvious. That's what he thinks he is.
He had me rolling when he started, when he talked about his ancestry.com.
Mm-hmm.
I found out he was white.
Yeah. He's like, I'm one of you. What do we need to do right now? We need to build a wall. That was a fun show.
Yeah, I didn't see his act, but I would like to see a comedian that would be funny for Trump. Because I've heard that before. It's like the late night talk shows are all anti-Trump. It's like, you come up with a funny thing that's pro-Trump.
Yeah.
Come up with your own show that's funny.
You're going to get booed.
I mean, who's going to support... what kind of jokes can you make, really?
You know what I did?
I'll show you after the podcast, but there's a comedian, black dude, named Lavelle Crawford, and he's talking about Trump.
How great he is and stuff?
Yeah, I'll show you.
All right.
Something I did think about was how to make money off Trump supporters. And one of the ideas I had was shirts and stickers.
Oh, the MAGNA hats, of course.
Yeah, but I mean, like, coming up with unique designs, graphics that look cool that they find appealing, like guns and flags and fucking Trump 2020.
If you can get that voice on your shirt, that would be awesome too. Good. Sunday.
Trump 2020.
$30 shirt. Buy now. Fuck
Rest
yeah.
here to hear the message.
My buddy
That would be the trick. If we
That
could have
would
a
be
shirt
cool,
that would
yeah.
talk.
Like little Trump quotes every time you push the button.
One of my buddies has a shirt
Grab my pussy.
that I hate that I fucking like. It's Trump, but it's just his head and it's like superimposed on his buff ass body that's like all tatted up.
Yeah.
It's fucking hilarious. I hate that I
Fuck
fucking
yeah.
like it.
Put Trump's head on a fucking bald eagle and sell that shit, man.
All right, what do we got coming up?
Coming up, we have the First Friday Open Mic on May 3rd at Dog Days at 7 o'clock. And then on May 19th, we're having the Locals Only comedy album recording. Or May 17th, I should say. May 17th, which is also a Friday, at Dog Days. And that'll be fun. May 24th at High Fidelity Lounge, we have Darren Chase coming to do a live comedy show with Levi Manis and Andrew Clark. That show starts at 8 o'clock. And May 25th, we have a show at Dog Days. And I don't know who I have yet I haven't booked that yet.
I'm impressed that you memorized all that, and I think it was funny that you looked at your big butt over there. It's like, oh yeah, oh yeah.
What was it, Big Bud, we were talking about earlier? Oh yeah, that's right. Now I remember.
Snack.
But it'll be fun. And then May 4th, there's some free fights. And then May 11th is Thug Rose. And I have a friend who invited me to their party. They're going to project it on a big screen outside.
Nice.
So I was thinking about seeing if you guys wanted to go to that. That's
You know, the NFL draft was this week,
Mm-hmm.
and I am just blown away by how many people show up to these events.
Just to watch people get fucking selected to play.
Yeah.
football.
It's so crazy that these groups of team supporters, so they group them all up in their own team, you know? And then when they draft players, they're like waiting for the draft name to get called, and then they call the name, and they're like, ah! Like they have no idea who this person is.
Right.
And they're just like, ah! And then you got some. But in the first round, some people are like, who the fuck is that? Like the Giants, they fucked up, and their fans were pissed.
Yeah, I didn't see the fucking reaction, but I heard about it. I guess apparently they were like, motherfucker, or like, fuck. Like whenever
This
they
one dude got
fucking-
drafted by the Browns, and then you know how usually you go to the camera shot of him announcing he got drafted? Well, they went to him, and he was on his phone, and he had his head down and his hand in his face, and everybody else was crying, and they were all excited, but there was no, like, bust out of emotion.
So was he crying because he got drafted by the Browns and he
Yeah,
was
I think
pissed?
so. I think so.
It's like, fuck.
Because that's what he's doing. He's like, fuck, and they're all getting ready to jump him, and then he's just like this the whole time. So then they're all like, oh, okay.
That's pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
It's like fucking basically winning the lotto and just being like, fuck, I got some money from Florida.
Yeah. Mo money, mo problems. But yeah,
Yeah, I can see that though.
good for those kids that got drafted, though.
All right, well, what's going on today? Oh, there's a show today at the Drift Inn.
There is.
No Nothings and Neutral Boy, I think.
Neutral Boy is not playing anymore on that show.
No?
No.
What happened to that?
Mike had to leave town.
Oh. Well, I guess the No Nothings. And the Fibs.
Yeah. So we'll definitely be down there. I was
Yeah.
thinking about recording some shit.
Just do it.
Yeah. I was gonna record Neutral Boy there, so why not do it anyway without them there?
Yeah. Those guys would appreciate a little clip here and there.
Yeah.
Give them a little promo video.
Cool. Well,
All
I think
right.
that's about it. Let's enjoy this nice weather, huh?
Show them my fountain before we leave.
Oh yeah, that thing's been
Is
going
that the
strong for
busting
a
nut?
while. Yep. All right. Let's go outside. Oh yeah, it's busting everywhere, bro.
Ah, skeet, 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 skeet.
Weed whacking his garden. What a goofball. All right. See you later.
All right, bye, everybody. Anybody?
Anybody? Bye, anybody.
Goddamn son.